Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, we're getting a divorce, but you still have to go do this. I had to go show off all the stuff my whole life that was going to be taken away from me.
So many horrific accusations though, involving young singers, young children.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's insane.
He makes R. Kelly look like a decent guy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It is crazy.
It's hard for me to truly get invested in what's happening to Liam Payne right now because I haven't gotten over what happened to Nick. Nick's brother, Aaron Carter.
Right.
A lot of people keep forgetting Aaron Carter was begging for help, begging for independent financing, begging for security. He made it very clear Sony was out to get him, just like Michael Jackson told him they would be. And right around that time, his brother had just been accused of graping one of the girls from making the band, Diddy's entity. And they were trying to make all of that go away. And Aaron called his brother out. And then the next thing you know, he said, if anything happens to me, I did not do this to myself.
This is Aaron Carter. I want to verify that this is actually my GoFundMe page. There's been a lot of misdirection that I've had to do in order to protect myself from being the silence breaker for my brother who is a rapist. And now they're after my life. My whole family is after my life. And they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me, and Brad Paisley, who sued Sony Records for $10 million. They owe me money, and they're trying to kill me off. And I'm begging you, and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can, so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. My realtor won't sell my house. They're all involved in this, and they're trying to keep me there. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage, saying I wanted to hang myself. So please trust what I'm saying.
When Aaron Carter was just 15 years old, he was already a star. But behind the scenes, his life was falling apart. He once shared that the very same day he filmed his MTV Cribs episode, where he showed off a lavish home and wealth beyond most teenagers' wildest dreams, his parents sat him down and told him they were getting divorced, but they didn't cancel the shoot. They told him to smile, to act like everything was fine. That moment would come to define Aaron's life, smiling through chaos, pretending everything was okay when it clearly wasn't. Over time, Aaron began posting strange, emotional messages online. He begged for help. He spoke of being watched, of being targeted, of being owed money and pushed into a corner. He even said, if something happens to me, I didn't do this to myself. At the time, most people dismissed it as paranoia. But now it's clear he was trying to sound the alarm. The allegations around Diddy have grown over time. Lawsuits, investigations, and witness statements are piling up. And while many know about his high-profile music career, very few were paying attention to the people around him. Aaron Carter was one of them. In old photos, Aaron and Diddy can be seen together at red carpets, after parties, and music events. Nothing seemed out of place until you look closer. One particular image shows Aaron standing next to Diddy with a tense, almost fearful look in his eyes. He's just a kid. Diddy is a powerful adult surrounded by cameras and industry elites. To most people, that photo was harmless. To Joe Rogan, it raised a serious question. Why was Aaron even there? Then came the footage. A grainy VHS-style video started circulating online. It was allegedly from one of Diddy's infamous private parties. The setting, one of Diddy's personal homes. The timestamp, early 2000s. And there, in the corner of the screen, was Aaron Carter. He wasn't part of the event. He wasn't smiling or performing. He looked awkward, out of place. He was just there, a teenager in a room filled with adults. That single clip shattered the illusion. Why was someone so young at a gathering like that? Joe Rogan saw the video, and his response was immediate and emotional. He froze the video, zoomed in, pointed out every detail. That's Aaron, that's Diddy's house, and that's not okay. Aaron Carter didn't just appear once, he gave clues for years. In interviews, he'd mentioned being around people who shouldn't be trusted. He talked about wanting protection. He said he had secrets about powerful people and that he feared for his life. He went live on Instagram and asked for donations to move to a safer place. He claimed Sony Records owed him millions. He said people were trying to silence him, that even his own family had turned on him. Joe Rogan looked at these moments and realized Aaron wasn't rambling. He was reaching out, and the industry had turned a blind eye. Then came a major twist. As part of a broader federal investigation into Diddy's business and personal dealings, a document was quietly unsealed. Inside, there was a reference to a young male pop star from the 2000s listed under protected witness communications. It didn't say Aaron's name directly, but journalists quickly started cross-referencing tour dates, party appearances, and private flight logs. The timeline matched, and suddenly it seemed more than likely that Aaron Carter had been trying to cooperate before his life ended. Joe Rogan didn't mince words. He laid it out in simple terms. Aaron tried to speak. The industry ignored him. Now he's gone, and the same powerful figures are scrambling to rewrite the past. He even called out big names, Jay-Z, Usher, French Montana, DJ Khaled. He didn't accuse them directly, but he asked the question no one else would. If you were at those parties and you saw something wrong and you said nothing, aren't you part of the problem? More people are speaking up. A former security guard said Aaron would leave events looking shaken, silent, and confused. An event planner claimed she once saw Aaron locked in a room with Diddy and 2 other men for over an hour. When she asked questions, she was told, "Mind your business." Later, she says someone offered her money to stay quiet. When she refused, she claims her phone and email were hacked. This isn't just about one person's experience. It's about an entire system that punishes people for telling the truth. Now, fans are going back and watching old videos, Aaron's interviews, his live streams, the Instagram post where he begged for safety. People are posting quotes from him saying things like, "They're trying to take me out, and I know too much." For years, people laughed, called him crazy. Now, they're starting to understand. Tweets are going viral. "We failed Aaron Carter. He was trying to tell us, and we didn't listen." After weeks of public pressure, Diddy's legal team issued a short statement. They called the claims baseless and insisted there was no inappropriate connection with Aaron Carter. But notably, they didn't deny the footage. They didn't explain why Aaron appeared in it. They didn't comment on the sealed witness file. Joe Rogan responded in real time. He paused, he stared into the camera, and then he said, "That's not a denial, that's a cover." Federal prosecutors are now re-examining old evidence. They've requested more footage, more testimony, and they're reportedly reopening cold cases involving public figures who were underage when they met certain music executives. Aaron Carter's name is now being included posthumously as a possible victim. And if the court agrees that he was harmed during his time around Diddy, it could lead to serious legal consequences. Joe Rogan ended his monologue with a powerful message. Aaron Carter didn't fall apart because of fame alone. He was pulled into something too dark, too heavy, and too secret. He didn't have a chance, and now his voice is louder than ever. Diddy spent decades building a brand on charm, power, and success. But as the mask falls, the truth is hitting harder than anyone expected. This isn't just about fame anymore. This is about accountability. And thanks to people like Aaron Carter, who risked everything to be heard, we're finally starting to see what was hidden for so long. The question now is, who's next? And will they be brave enough to speak before it's too late?